Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Will Dupree, coming to you from the KXAN live studio. We hope you're enjoying your Friday so far, and before we send you out into the weekend, we wanted to get you caught up on quite a few of the political headlines that are making their rounds here today in Texas. We want to start with that severe weather that a lot of us experienced and swept through central Texas, leaving behind significant damage due to incredibly large hail just last night. Take a look right here. The communities hardest hit Thursday appear to be Johnson City and San Marcos. In one instance, the National Weather Service reported 5-inch hail, which is as big as a CD or a DVD in size. KXAN spoke today with Johnson City's mayor, Stephanie Fisher. She told us the southwest side of the town got hit the hardest. The hail damaged roofs and cracked windshields, including 2 Johnson City police units. An emergency declaration is expected to be issued there that would potentially free up federal relief funds to help people deal with the damage. Now, those with the damage are asked to report it to the Texas Department of Emergency Management.
We have a home that a hailstone was so large it punctured through their metal roof and into the drywall in their ceiling. Our big concentration right now is helping our residents do what they need to do to get their roofs patched for now and look for a long-term solution to getting those repaired and finding a way to help them pay for it.
Meanwhile, in San Marcos, if you live there and have tree limbs to clear because of the storm, the city does have a brush drop scheduled for Saturday. This will happen at 750 River Road, which is just behind the animal shelter. Again, that address is 750 River Road. The hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All the material received at that site is mulched and is available to residents for free. Accepted items include tree branches and stumps, along with leaves and natural wood debris. Many of you may have questions about what the weather has in store for it this weekend. We want to give you an update about what meteorologist Rich Siegel shared earlier today about what's in store for the days ahead and early look at next week.
We'll be watching an area of low pressure that will race on down by Saturday morning near Las Vegas and then slowly ease down towards El Paso by Sunday. That's our rainmaker for the weekend into early next week, and then it goes away. So here's what it looks like on the maps as we see increasing clouds through the afternoon. We'll stay cloudy overnight through tomorrow morning. There may be a little light rain or drizzle to start, and then a few isolated to scattered showers during the mid to late afternoon. This is 8:30 tomorrow evening. Early evening showers will become more pronounced. This is 10 o'clock. We're looking at the potential of thunderstorms San Saba to Llano down to Fredericksburg and Harper, moving to I-35 by midnight. They'll race off to the east, and then we'll see another area not as intense by 3 a.m. on Sunday. That will move out, and then another round comes in after the sun comes up. San Saba, Llano counties into Lampasas, Burnett, Williamson, and Travis counties. That will leave, and then we see just scattered areas of showers and thunderstorms Sunday afternoon into Sunday night. There is a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms on Sunday. Hail an inch in diameter or higher is part of the criteria for that. And then there is a flood threat from Llano into far northeastern Blanco, northern Hayes, northern Caldwell counties northward in the yellow shade for possible flooding due to the potential that there could be some heavy downpours briefly. Sunday night into Monday, there'll be a little more rain. Tuesday will be dry. Showers and a few thunderstorms Wednesday mid to late afternoon will continue Wednesday night into Thursday. So there'll be another chance of rain as we get to the mid and late portions of the week. By Sunday, we expect on the European model to see perhaps some 1 to 2 inch rain totals. That's going to be a possibility with that slow moving system coming across the area. And then we add to these totals as we get into the time frame for Monday night, or Sunday night rather, into Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And the European model is looking at some 1 to 3 inch rain totals across the area. This will update by the time Nick joins you later on today. So our high today, 85, 10% chance of a little more rain this afternoon, 10% tomorrow, 83. 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight Saturday to an 80% chance on Sunday.
We want to thank Rich for sharing that weather information. Going back now to some political news here in Texas, 2 political operatives tied to indicted Southern Texas congressmen are now cooperating with the Justice Department. Colin Strother and Florencio Lencho Rendon pleaded guilty in March to charges they conspired with Democrat Henry Cuellar to launder more than $200,000 in bribes from a Mexican bank. Both of them face up to 20 years in prison as well as fines. Cuellar and his wife Imelda face indictments of accepting more than $500,000 in bribes from overseas. The couple has said they are innocent of all these allegations. Finally, we want to share one more story with you. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is trying to shut down a Catholic charity in El Paso. The charity provides shelter to migrants, saying it's part of its mission to help families in need. Paxton is accusing the charity of committing crimes. Our Ryan Chandler breaks down the challenge as the charity tries to stay open.
For nearly 50 years, Annunciation House in El Paso has been a safe refuge. Just blocks from the border, it's often the first stop for migrants, here legally and illegally.
It's imperative to welcome the stranger and to love one another.
But their future is now in question as Attorney General Ken Paxton asks an El Paso court to shut them down, alleging in this new legal filing the House is engaged in systemic criminal conduct, accusing them of harboring illegal aliens, operating a stash house, and encouraging the migrant crisis. Under a new Texas law, running a stash house is a felony, punishable by a minimum 10 years in prison.
Is there no shame to refer to houses of God, houses of hospitality, as stash houses?
The House has long maintained they're not criminals, they're Catholics.
There's no smuggling that goes on. There's no stash house that's run. It's done out in the open.
The investigation comes after Governor Abbott directed the AG to investigate charities and aid workers who may be, quote, orchestrating border crossings. Some are accused of assisting migrants across from the Mexican side and bringing them in after they climb the wall. Annunciation House is adamant. They're acting for both their religion and for public safety, avoiding scenes like this on El Paso's streets.
The alternative would be to have families out on the street in El Paso, and nobody wants that.
Ryan Chandler, KXAN News.
And we want to thank you all again for joining us here on our live stream, sharing some of the big political stories that are happening in our state. Before I let you go, though, I want to let you know that we want you to tune in this Sunday for our statewide political program, State of Texas. Here's the information about when you can watch it. It's at 8:30 a.m. on Sunday on KXAN. Plus, there will be a repeat at 9:30 p.m. on the CW Austin. More political coverage can also be found on our website at KXAN.com and on the KXAN News mobile app, so please download that if you haven't done so already. We want to thank you again for joining us here this afternoon. I'm Will Dupree in the KXAN live studio. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here next week. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.